pretty close.
What did it come down to, the morning or the day before?
Probably the day before getting off the plane and making sure it didn't swell on the plane.
Was the plan all along to kind of use you on third down and then save you for the fourth quarter?
I'm really not sure. Just whenever my jersey number called, I go in the game.
Why do you think you guys have, coming out of the bye, have been able to run it as effectively as you guys have?
Because we practice and trusting in each other and, locking in and paying attention to the smaller things, trusting coach.
Did it feel like there were any big adjustments made during the bye?
Not really. Just pretty like I said, locking it in and adjusting, and really honing in on all the coaching points from the coaches.
It looks like they're settling in on a three-man committee. Pierce, you, Kareem. How do you feel about that? Is that good, bad?
Feel good about it. Whatever coach, whoever he put in the game at the time, we're gonna trust him, and we trust his way of thinking and how things should be, and we roll with it.
Is it hard to get in the groove in a game when you could be out for 2 quarters or whatever?
Not necessarily. You just got to be ready when your jersey number called to make plays.
Jerome, what's it like for you to not know week to week who your quarterback's going to be?
It doesn't change anything. I guess we got like pretty much whoever go in the game. It don't matter. We feel like they're gonna be able to play, and we put our faith in them, and we rally behind them.
Jerome, did you really have to, fight and push yourself to get on the field most of the time with a high ankle sprain? You miss a game or two. Was it really difficult for you to do that? And will it be easier this week?
It was difficult, just a little the first week, going home and making sure I'm doing all the right things. I feel like this week, with me been done playing on it, I should be fine.
Did you know Pierre before you got here?
I met Pierre in the draft process a little bit. I didn't really know him that well, but I knew of him.
He's gotten some more run the last couple of weeks. What have you learned about him since he's been here and since he's gotten those carries the last couple of weeks?
He can run the ball real good.
The 3rd and 3 play, 3rd and 3 from the 41. You were in the backfield. You were right there waiting for it. Were you the second option or third option on that play?
I'm actually a check down on that play.
Any option.
Yeah.
Did you want to run the ball?
Whatever coach, whatever he called, I was ready to run it.
Thanks, Jerome.
Okay, thanks, Jerome.
Whoever steps on the field the first play. We got to be ready for both. Unique opportunity, obviously, with Kyler coming back from injury and then the rookie quarterback. We just got to be ready to play against whoever shows out on the field.
The fact that neither has played it down this year, does that complicate the preparation?
Not at all. I mean, obviously, you go back and look at Kyler Murray, what he's done over his career. An elite quarterback for a reason. And then a rookie quarterback, you got a little bit of preseason on him and then a little bit of college tape. See what he can do. He can make every throw and all that stuff. They have some good backs. Obviously, their run game is really powerful. We got to be ready for that. Obviously, we haven't done well stopping the run the last 2 weeks, so that's going to be a big challenge for us. But we got to get that done first, and then we worry about everything else.
The fact that Drew came from here, does that give you guys a little bit of an edge in knowing what you might see?
Again, we just got to go out and execute, do what we do. Obviously, Drew being here, obviously he knows our players, he knows what we do, and then obviously we know him, and he knows we know the scheme that he runs. So it'll be a fun matchup.
Anthony, what do you guys have to do because of the fact that these guys haven't played this year? Is this really a week where dialing up the pressure could be very important for you guys?
We got to execute the call, whatever we call. I think one thing we do well is we rush the passer well with 4, 5, 6, 7, whoever numbers called at that point. We got 2 great edge rushers, 3, 4, 5 great edge rushers, and then get a lot of penetration inside with the interior. So whatever we do, we just got to execute and do it at a high level.
Anthony, what do you guys have to do to shore up that run defense?
Yeah, fundamentals, technique, stay in the gaps, come downhill as linebackers, set the edge, whoever that is, and then, got to get off blocks and make tackles, all fundamentals and details.
After you guys reviewed the tape from Sunday's game, the confidence level you guys have had all season,
Yep.
How do you, just that last play, how do you continue to have that confidence heading into this week?
Yeah, we know what this defense is made of. We know what we can do. The belief and trust in the players and the system and the coaches and everything like that is at a high time level as it's always been. You like I said, you play in the NFL, man. You're going to go against good players. You're going to go against good teams that make a play. They made one more play than we did last week.
For 7 series, you guys, they did nothing but punt and give up the ball and interception. And then there's that turnover offensive kick, and it goes right down the street. The environment, you know how loud it got there. How was he able to just turn it on?
Yeah, we didn't execute. We didn't execute coverage. We didn't tackle the ball carrier down, give up a huge chunk play in 2 minutes. You can't really do. And then we just got to execute, get off the field. Whatever that is, whatever that looks like, however we get it done, we got to do it. We can point to a lot of different plays. We can point to how the game started, 17 straight points, touchdown, field goal. And then, you play good ball, but, you spot a team 17 points. You can't do that in the NFL.
Are teams finding a way to take advantage of your aggression as a team?
No, I think we're never gonna stop being aggressive. We just got to be aggressive the right way, stand in our gaps. Getting downhill as linebackers. And then I think in the pass game, we got the best corners in the world. We love that matchup with all those guys. Like I said, just got to find a way to finish downs.
As a captain of this defense, how do you get this defense back to playing how it did in the first couple of weeks?
Yeah, just getting back to the standard, what we talked about, and then, again, just the heightened awareness of fundamentals and technique.
I asked you a couple weeks ago about RPO.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't have to worry about that in Seattle, Gino, but maybe now you do.
Mm-hmm.
So is there added emphasis on the RPO game?
Yeah, it's always an emphasis. The NFL has shifted to that a little bit, no matter who you play against. So you always want to have that on your radar. We practice that every week, and that's never going to change.
Without giving anything away schematically or
I wouldn't do that anyway.
I know, but I asked this under the guy that just is it now, as you say, this is becoming more commonplace in the NFL. So is there a little bit of a defensive playbook now on how to approach dealing with RPOs in comparison to when it just started to become more prevalent in the league and defenses were kind of scrambling to try and figure out how to slow it up?
Yeah, I think as the game is ever evolving, I think the defensive coordinators are evolving as the offensive coordinators are evolving as well. So Shorts does a good job at a lot of things, but I also think evolving is one of the things that he does really, really well, and understanding how to stop certain plays and certain, like you said, a package of RPOs. The way we play them, I think, is kind of the best in the NFL. But again, if it's not executed the right way, it doesn't look that way.
You talked a lot about being resilient. Just coming coming off a loss like that really test your resilience?
Not
The way
really.
it went.
And we lost, and I think nobody in the NFL wants to lose. Being at this level and understanding that the team that we have, the opportunity that we have, the resilience come. We lost. So we got to respond. We got a huge challenge ahead of us in Arizona. And you get a chance to play NFL football on Sundays. You never want to take that for granted. So that's the resilient part of it.
When an offense has success, the more it's on tape, defenses catch up to it eventually. Do you think the same is happening with your defense? The more you guys are out there, offenses are looking and trying to find ways to beat you?
Yes, to answer your question. Yes, we're on the field.
Like, are you
Yes, they
seeing
see us.
different things?
Again, it goes back to us. We don't worry about what teams figuring out what we do. If we don't do it at a high level, we don't do it with the same intensity, with the same detail and focus. It's not going to look the same, right? We've seen clips where we run the same call, the team run the same play, and we punch them in the mouth, and then the team run the same. We run the same call, the team run the same play, and we give up a 40-yard run, right? So, goes back to us. The focus is on us this week, and we understand that.
What is, coming into the season, not much was expected of Arizona, but when you watch them on tape, they play a lot better than people thought that they were going to be. So when you look at that offense, obviously setting the quarterback aside because you don't know who that is, but what do you see offensively from them that's made them so challenging?
Well, it's the NFL again. A team record doesn't paint the whole picture. If you look at 6 games, they've had the lead in each game, right? Deep into the game, or it's a one-score game where they have a chance to take the lead or, tie the game, right? So we can't take that mindset that, they were supposed to be bad or they're a 1-7 football team. They're a good football team, right? They're in the NFL. They have NFL players. Their offense, obviously, like I said, you said about the quarterback situation, very unique. But one thing they do very well is run the ball really well, right? They James Conner being a great back, he is, obviously out with injury, but the other backs run really hard as well. Again, right now, I'm pretty sure they're looking at our tape the last 2 weeks. We haven't stopped the run worth of shit, so we need to change that right now, and we got a big task ahead of us.
You talked about going back and seeing Kyler Murray's previous games on tape, but he is in a different system now. Does that matter? How does he project into defensiveness?
I think Drew will put, the best foot forward if he does play. He'll make sure he's in advantageous positions. Drew did a good job of that when he was here last year and the year before that. So, I truly believe that they'll put him in the right position, right? You could say different scheme and all that stuff, but he's going to be in a position where he's going to be successful.
Kyler's going to be Kyler.
Yeah, no doubt.
When you look at him, obviously at his size, he's still able to find ways to get the ball out, all that athleticism. How is he able to do that?
That's a question for him, right? I think he has a baseball background. I'm very throwing at different arm angles and different speed, different paces. He obviously has control of the ball really well. Being able to use his legs, again, just a gift from God and his parents, I guess. And yeah, he's able to make every throw. He's able to make plays. He's a playmaker back there, quarterback. If he plays, we have we got to be fundamentally sound in what we do. Keep our eyes on him, just in case he runs, and obviously challenge receivers on all the throws. All good. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Thanks, Anthony.
Kareem, when we asked, Kevin on Monday about, the fact that you were a little bit frustrated after the game, he was like, I want somebody that wants the ball in their hands with the game on the line. I like guys with that kind of passion. How did you feel about hearing something like that?
It's good. I mean, definitely. I'm always going to feel that way when, the game on the line. I just want to help contribute and win.
He said he was going to talk to you. Did you guys have a discussion about your comments?
I mean, yeah, we talked a little bit, and, it's no hard feelings. We want to win.
Do you feel though that the message was received that, you know, hey, fourth quarter, you can give me the ball, you can count on me. You were able to effectively deliver that to him. Not to say that he doesn't believe in you, but just, do you feel like you got to communicate that to him?
I mean,
Hey,
yeah.
maybe next time you're in the situation, just give me the ball.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. It is what it is. Like, it's a long season, so we'll be, moving on to the next week. We got to find a way to get a win this week.
Kareem, what's it like to have two other running backs to share the ball with? Is it difficult to get into a rhythm, or do you kind of like that? So.
It's good. It keeps you fresh. It's a little different to get into a rhythm, but, I've been sharing the ball here for a long time with 2-4, so, it's not that big of a, difference.
Do you know why you didn't really get the ball in the fourth quarter? Was there any?
Yeah, I don't really know why, but we're moving on. We ready to find a way to win this next game.
What do you see with that Arizona front seven? What challenges do they present for you?
They play hard, the good front seven, and we just got to bring our A game, come ready to play and find a way to move the ball and run the ball.
How tough is this quarterback situation? The quarterback uncertainty been, right? It's going on more than a month now, not knowing exactly who's going to be the guy when you guys show up.
It's tough, but we got to play next man up mentality, man. So we got to find a way to win games with whoever at quarterback, and that's the biggest thing. And I feel like we just got to rally behind the quarterback and go out there and do our job.
What's the morale been in this locker room in that tough loss?
I mean, it's been fine. Look, we learned from it, and we got to just go out there and fix it, man, and just go out there and find a way to win that game, close it out.
How is Nick doing, and do you still spend, a lot of time with Nick, and how is his mindset?
Yeah, I mean, Nick doing real good. Y'all actually taking up some of my time to go chill with him right now, but Nick's doing real good. He's keeping his spirits high. He's working hard in the training room, and, I know he's looking forward to getting back.
So he's pretty much here every day?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. He gets his work in.
Kareem, this is a run game that's been putting really double the yards that some run games have allowed.
Thank you.
Can you talk about how much this run game has really grown over the last month and the confidence that you've seen within you and your team?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the O-line's been doing a heck of a job going out there and battling for us. And, as a group, I feel like our running back group has, been great. We all been able to, rally and do our thing out there. And that's what we got to do. We got to continue to be, great and come in and, take advantage of situations that we get and opportunities.
What do you think changed after the bye? Because you guys had struggled a little bit those 2 weeks before the bye, and then have been really good since.
I guess we might just be playing harder. I don't know. But, I mean, I don't know really what changed after the bye, but for me, it's just, I'm getting back. So I'm feeling good now, and I'm excited about that.
Did it take you a minute to get back into football shape?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Each week, like I said, it's going to keep getting better and better. I got to, keep going hard and, just get used to getting hit again and stuff. You can't train to get tackled.
As far as Nick is concerned, how happy, first of all, is he that you're back here, and then also that you were able to score the game-winning touchdown?
No, he's very happy. Nick is my boy. He's probably the first person I texted after the game. So it's just, we have that relationship that we stay in touch, and, he give me advice, anything he see or something, we'll talk about it. So.
Did it take longer to get back into football shape than you thought maybe it would after that first game?
I mean, yeah, it's just more, taking the hits. It's more of like, it ain't about win shape. It's more, getting bruised up and stuff like that from getting tackled. Like I said, I wish I could have been getting tackled when I wasn't on the team and stuff like that, but I'd have to call my cousins and brothers or something like that.
When you talk about something like that, might it mean that, and I don't know if you can answer this or not, but like when Deshaun gets back, is he going to have to figure out how to take a hit and take a blow again? Do you have to, even after a month off,
I mean, yeah, you got to get back and, into that getting tackled phase, but that's a quarterback. We can't let nobody touch him, so he shouldn't be getting really hit too much, but it happens sometimes.
Kareem, when Nick was playing, there would be periods in games like if the passing game is not working, Nick would settle everything down with a big series. It seemed the coaches would call them on, would settle our offense down, run the ball.
Right.
Can you guys still do that without him? Do you think? And did you do that in Seattle? Do you think?
I mean, yeah, we can still do that. We just gotta, lean on the run game, and I know our offensive line likes to run the ball too, so we just gotta keep going.
The coach would do that after turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta slow it down and be patient, let the game come to us. The big play is gonna come.
Kareem, on Sunday, the screen game was really an effective tool for you guys offensively. What is it about those plays specifically that you guys are able to execute so well, but also you specifically, because you tend to have a lot of success on those plays as well?
Yeah, it's like, we spend a lot of time on that, and Kevin does a great job of dialing up those screens and making sure we're all very detailed on them, and where we should be at on the field and how long. Like, everything's a count, so we gotta keep a count in our head. So it's just a good scheme.
What are your thoughts on David Bell getting traded, or David Bell, Donovan Peoples-Jones getting traded?
That's tough. That was one of my favorite people on the team. He's a hard worker, and he just a heck of a football player, and I wish him the best. I hope he goes out there in Detroit and balls.
Why was he one of your favorites?
Just his energy. He's just a good person, and I like hanging out with him a lot. But like, he's just one of those guys who do a lot, but the stats, it don't show up on the stat sheet.
He had to be happy about going home, right?
Yeah, he's back home.
Was he happy? Did he express that to you?
I mean, I didn't really get to talk to him. I know he has a lot going on right now, probably getting stuff figured out and stuff.
So you can relate to going home.
Yep. I know, it's a good feeling being home.
Would you change anything about what you said after the game in the wake of your conversation
Said
with
would
Kevin?
I change anything?
Yeah, would you change anything about that, or is that just kind of who you are and you speak your?
Yeah, I mean, that's who I am. I mean, like I said, I just want to help the team win. That's it. It's nothing else. It ain't nothing, no shots at nobody. It's just, I know what type of player I am, and win is the only thing I want to do.
Very good. All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.
Give Nick our best.